Okay, I'm here with Thais McGowan.
McGowan, yes.
McGowan, and she is on AvaC Cool Discover, and Thais is going to tell us about creativity in corporate life. Now, Thais, I was very impressed by your resume. I always have been. So I'd like you to sort of just give us a bit about yourself and how you came to work for the various companies you've worked for.
Okay, well, as Nicole said, my name is Thais McGowan. I currently work with Lonsdale Saatchi & Saatchi Advertising as an account director. My first degree was actually in languages. I did a double major in Spanish and French because that was my passion. However, my path after that was nothing like that. I worked in advertising with Lonsdale, first job, and then worked in marketing with Unilever. And I believe as a marketer, even if you're on the client side, there's always an option for creativity. Because even though we work with multifunctional teams, we always work together in terms of brainstorming, etc. So never think that because you're on the client side that there's no creativity aspect there. I went and did my master's in marketing at Queen Mary University of London, and I've also had many other creative outlets outside of my job, which is my other passion, being events. And I started an event called Cocktails, which is a rooming lounge that I started in 2007. And
That sounds very interesting.
Yes, and that was another outlet for my creativity. Just another option for Trinidadians to network and meet, other than the usual bars, etc., and using new spaces. And it was very successful, and we always changed. We had different themes. Every month would be a different theme, a different location. You never know what to expect. And that's something I want to revive at the moment as well. So I'm working on that.
Why did you stop?
Going to London basically for that year. Of course, it was. It's very important to have a very good team, and without me being here, it was very difficult to go off the ground. And when you return, market situations have changed. Economies have changed. Patterns changed as well. You find a rise in the Arapita Avenue and the bar hopping, so that means your formula needs to change.
Yes.
So though there's a creativity aspect, there's also an economic factor you need to consider, and you need to be aware of the trends and the reality of it.
So Thais, I believe I talked to you earlier to doing an exercise for me, a creative exercise.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, let's begin. There's a bit of paper and pen in front of you. And you're going to do a mind map for me.
Right.
All right. You're going to take like, okay, I'm going to count like a minute. Okay. And so the word you're going to begin with, or the phrase rather, is real world. The real world.
The real world?
Yes.
So I start from the real world.
Yes, and just write what comes to mind creatively.
Okay. So, can I talk you through it?
Yes, go right ahead.
So, Trinidadian society being a microcosm of that. And then just being very cosmopolitan, mixed, cultural, which goes to entertainment to me as well as to carnival. And then that's linked for me, and then there's just an evolution of that, which is new business, entrepreneurship. Long way there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hold it up for us to see.
Hold it up for you to see.
Yes, why not? There we go. Okay. Microcosm, Trinidad society, cosmopolitan, mixed cultural, carnival, entertainment, evolution, new business, entertainment. Okay.
And then entrepreneurship.
Give me a creative story, just a 1 minute story about what you just wrote there. Just give me what comes to your head. This is a creative exercise.
I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing recently with the moves that young people are making. I'm seeing entrepreneurship in events, I'm seeing entrepreneurship in music, I'm seeing people taking social media to another level. I'm very encouraged by it. I've seen coming back to Trinidad from London, which was the best option for me in terms of jobs, etc. I wasn't going to try to stay in London and try to make ends meet. I knew Trinidad was my home and I wanted to offer things to it. And I saw a lot of people making that change and coming home and having these businesses off the ground and being innovative. It was very encouraging for me. And I think that Trinidad is shows such great potential in terms of young entrepreneurs. So that's why I kind of came up with that, and that we're seeing Carnival Entertainment as a business.
Yes.
And that's also very encouraging to me. And I'm seeing such new solutions by these young people out there that's where this basically came from. I guess being in that sector as well, that's how I see it.
I see.
Because, for example, there are a group of young people, they started an event called The Brunch, which I very much encourage. I wish I thought of the idea first, to be honest. And it's basically taking these brunch parties that are very popular in New York and London and doing it here and adapting it. So basically you have tables, there are themes, and now partying is there's more cultured aspect to it. You come and you have brunch, it's an international menu, and then you mingle and network, etc. And it's on a Sunday. And it's a group of young people that have traveled and are bringing this concept, showing that we can diversify entertainment. It's not only cool effects that we can do. And something as simple as that I found to be very inspirational.
Very good. I mean, I think it's a great concept in that sense. And as your cocktail events as well.
Correct.
I think it's amazing that so many people in the executive realm are doing so much both within and outside of their jobs. Now, let's say, take yourself back a couple of years, right? What advice would you give to yourself, or I'm trying to get advice for young people out there now, and what advice would you give to yourself? Let's say you were just coming into the industry. What would you say to that young you?
Do not be afraid and take risks, because when I first thought of cocktails, I went to many people for their advice, many people that I looked up to, event managers, persons in the tourism sector, and I asked, first on board, what do you think of this idea? What do you think of this event? And many people said, no, I mean, why would Trinidadians pay to go to anything? Why would I pay to go to a line? That was unlimited thinking we had 3-4 years ago, and now it's the norm. Everyone pays a cover charge to go to something, and then they didn't understand the whole lounge concept as well. Like, it's not a party, what is it? Of course, I had persons that encouraged me, and I'm so grateful to them. And I said, you know what? I think I'm going to do this anyway. And our first event was at Marriott, which of course was a new space that no one ever thought of. The point was to take people to places that they would never experience normally. And it was such a success. We went from 300 persons to basically 1,000 persons in a matter of a month. And this was something we did not expect at all. So never be discouraged. Always just trust your gut instinct as well. And like your youth is the time to do these things, to be honest. Take opportunities when you can. Never be afraid to take risks. Go for it.
I agree. Thank you, Thais. And where can we find you? Give me some links.
Cocktails has a Facebook page. You just look for Cocktails. We're going to be coming out with some new events coming out to the end of this year. So we're going to have what we call Drink Pink, which we had last year. It's all for breast cancer. The proceeds go to breast cancer and Trinidad and Tobago Cancer Society. So we had this event last year, so we're going to have it again in October. It's the Drink Pink soiree, so look out for details of that. And our cocktails events will be resuming this year as well. Because again, I always believe there are options for entertainment, and I'm here to provide that other option, other than the usual and the norm.
Okay, well, merci.
Deria.
Thanks.
All right, thanks, Nicole.
Okay.